Okay, welcome back to Rookie and the Vet, week 5. We've missed a couple of weeks, Jacko, because the skipper got COVID.
Yep.
But we are joined by the Oracle himself.
Thank you.
This is where he was born too.
Thank you for having me.
You know what? We've got a pretty good combination, us three. I thought the show was going really well.
Yeah.
We obviously broke off and went and did our own thing, but I think we can bring it back.
Yeah.
For the NFL.
I
this
think we vibe out for sure.
Yeah, we're trying to not have as many shows, but I reckon a nice little combination
Quality
of Rookie and the Vet
over quantity.
we can go some actual data and stats. I'll try to provide that for us. Jacko, I don't know what you're providing. And Simi,
the Oracle comes
you're
in.
pretty willy-nilly. No, Jacko's got...
Jacko knows the game.
yeah, Jacko, me and
I just
Jacko
miss.
watch it a fair bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a few more misses than hits to start the season. But
Good. I'm the pundit. I'm the fan. I'm the commoner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're the professional athlete who
Correct.
takes a professional athlete approach to this sort of shit.
I'm the vet, yep.
You're the vet.
Correct.
And
And
I'm very
that,
much
I'm that kind of hardball.
hard knocks.
No, hard. What's that thing? Hardball?
Moneyball.
No. What with Keanu Reeves on it? What's that one?
Oh,
We're in the baseball.
yeah, hardball.
Oh,
when,
hardball.
when he becomes the
His mate.
he's the yeah,
You know what I mean?
Ticky or something.
Yeah,
His
Ticky,
name's Ticky
yeah,
or
Ticky,
something.
yeah.
And he's a bad news Ticky too.
bad news.
Trying to go to the ship, the boys, and he's talking about covering the spread in the fucking Eagles game.
They're outside the window. They're watching the game outside the window. Don't tell me that, Ticky. Don't tell me that.
Ticky.
Look, boys, I don't mean to bring it up, but we'll get into the obviously all three of us are in a tipping comp.
Yeah.
So let's go into the YKTR Sports one. We've talked about it on a few other shows.
Who's winning? Give them a shout out. By name,
Let's
bro.
give a shout out. This
Top
is
three.
everyone in the Doozy Club too. So we started a comp with Doozy Club members only.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to Big Rajo S Chase. That's the name. He's 45 wins, 20 losses. So
That's
really
nice.
good. 45 and 20 is a good strike rate. Boys, I just dropped a game. We just finished watching the Seahawks versus Rams. I had the Hawks. And I believe
You were a
two
little
had the
bit
Rams.
slept. We were saying
I,
that we
no,
picked
I,
Rams.
I
You didn't
told
say
you,
anything.
I told you I had the Hawks the whole time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Who'd you have?
Yeah, Rams.
Yes, me too.
Making up some ground, baby.
So the skipper is currently sitting in 9th position
I'm connected to that.
with a
Sorry.
42 and 23 record.
Say, where are you sitting, sorry, Scott?
9th.
That's
So
nice.
there's two tied at first. Actually, let's give T City a shout out. T Carroll, 45 and 20 record as well. And then you've got a logjam of 5 of the best in equal 3rd position. And then that's where you find the skip on the next line down. So that takes me to equal 9th. So not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
And I've got a record of 42 and 23.
You
I
gotta
had
do
a
bit
really
of
good week 3 while we were away, boys.
Yeah, you did. That, honestly, we need to actually address that. That was some really, really, really good picks.
It was a
I
week.
went 15 from
Crazy.
16, and the only game I got wrong, I actually sent to Jacko because we were during COVID. I said there was one
Danger
game
game.
that I wrote, and I said it's a danger game, and it's the only game I got wrong.
Yeah.
So that was a good week that obviously put me right up. Simi, you are tied currently at 34th overall with a 38 and 27 record.
That's nice.
And I'm just looking for 41st, tied 41st.
That's just not good
with a
enough.
34 and 30 record. So
That's not
Jacko.
good. I'm one bag week away from being sub 500.
Well, and the thing is too,
There's some
by the
pickings.
sounds of it, you're having a crack this week. And you know what? So am I.
Yeah.
So we've obviously talked about the Seahawks and Rams. You two boys took the win. We don't have to talk too much about that. Let's move on to the first game. This game's been played in London, and it is the Falcons at home over in London, obviously, against the Jets. And I lied to you before, Simi. I'm on the Jets.
You
Son
can't.
of a bitch. Look, I'm going to be in full transparency. In full transparency here, I just saw at Falcons.
Yep.
This is the first time I'm learning that it's in London.
Oh, okay.
So I did
see,
zero.
that's
due
why you're
diligence
the
there.
rookie.
Yeah, and I've gone the Falcons, and I've got Kyle Pitts in there too at $3.30. But
Oh, so is there already a price to it? Because
Yeah.
I've got a few touchdowns. If you can, Lukey, have you got a mic there? Oh, okay. That's all right. I'll go as we're going. So, boys, I've also got a touchdown scorer in this. A guy that's a bit underrated that not many people know of, Jamison Crowder. He come back last week.
He's nice.
He had 9 targets and he come up with 61 yards and a touchdown. He's a bit of a safety blanket type player, a bit like Cooper Kupp is for the Rams.
He
for
was
people that don't know.
big time for Zach Wilson in the preseason as well.
Yeah.
It's going to him a lot.
Yeah, and so they've got Corey Davis and Jamison Crowder, and I don't have the price for it, but I'll get them later for Sunday. But he'll be one of my anytime touchdown scorers. That Falcons secondary is awful. So that's I think where the Falcons have been struggling. They've got obviously a high-powered offense that seem to be scoring a fair bit of points, but defense.
What do you reckon, Simi? Sorry, the boys going to London. Does that fuck with the mentality a bit? It's an away trip.
Nah, no way.
When I was living over there, a couple of the boys got in dramas.
The football boys.
Maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, they went and treat themselves. Went out on a Wednesday night, but that was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It's escaping me what teams it was.
Yeah.
But I think 2 or 3 of them maybe had to miss the first couple of drives or whatever. They went out. They went out in London town and
be like the Super League players going to France. It's just like, it's a bit of a long weekend vibe.
I reckon. I'm pretty sure Falcon. Oh no, sorry, Jets have played over there a few times, or is it a new team every year?
No, the Jets they've played the Patriots over there a couple of times too.
Yeah, they mix it up every year. They try to send over, and they generally try to send over the lower ranked teams because it's like they think games that aren't going to really affect the scheduling and overall, like you don't want to send some of your better teams over there.
Bucks, Patriots in London.
Some of these better teams. So generally they're the lower ranked teams, but I think they normally play about 3 or 4 games over there. So where are you going on that one, Simi? Falcons versus Jets?
I'm going Falcons on this one.
Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going Falcons.
Are you going to put your shirt on, or are you just going to go without the whole time?
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, do you?
See how it plays out.
It's nice to have a few beers too on a Friday arvo too,
is it
boys.
what? Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get one?
No, not yet. No. I'm not drinking.
What's behind the pillow, man?
A bottle.
All right, the next game.
I'm going Falcons.
Going Falcons. All right, the next game is the Bengals versus at home to my Packers. And I think some of the Bengals players are going to have a day out. They won't be a place for me, but if I was having a bet on this game, with the injuries to Jair Alexander in our secondary, I don't mind Jamar Chase, the rookie who's been unreal with Joe Burrow to start the year, and Tyler Boyd. They're averaging in between about 10 targets per game. So I would have bet on that normally, but I won't bet against my Packers. So if people that potentially want to have a play, but I'm going to go to the Packers. I think they'll just scrape home.
Yeah, he's gone in back-to-back weeks, old Jamar Chase, hasn't he?
He's playing.
He had
2 of the best, and then
he didn't score all last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they threw to their tight end. Yeah, he had 4 TDs in 5 games. I think it's a danger game for the Packers, but I think they just sneak open this.
I think they smack him. Yeah, I'm going Packers big time. I just every time it's Aaron Rodgers against a rookie quarterback, I go Aaron Rodgers in a blowout.
I'm going Packers.
As much as I love Big Dick Burrow and I love the energy, I like the old give me the ball in the final few minutes sort of vibe, but you're going into Lambeau. That ain't it, man.
Yep. All right, on to the next game. Don't need to talk too much about this. 2 of the lower ranked teams. Might be a fair few points from the Vikings versus the Lions. Vikings are at home.
I'm going Vikings on this one. Easy.
Vikings. I'm going Vikings as well.
Let's go Detroit.
Ooh.
Now, as you mentioned off the top, I'm sitting at 41.
Yep.
So I don't know. Take every pick I make with a grain of salt for all of the loyal people out there who follow my tips religiously. I think it's about 3.5 here. So
that's overs.
I'm going.
Who's that? That's Lukey, Mello, and Caleb.
Jesse.
Sorry, Crystal.
You reckon the Lions? I think Detroit have had the best losses of the year so far. I think they've been in games up to their eyebrows. I was a big Jared Goff guy at the Rams, and maybe it's a hangover of that. I still think he can do some things. I think this is one of those games. Truthfully, I haven't watched a lot of Minnesota play. I know they've been putting up points. Kirk Cousins ain't it, man. I'm going Detroit in an upset. I'm trying to make up a bit of ground as well.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And you're on the Vikings as well, Simi?
Yeah, man, I'm going Vikings.
All right, this will be a fairly good game, I think. And I could smell. I think it's a bit of an upset, but the Steelers are at home to the Broncos. I've been watching a fair bit of the Steelers the last couple of weeks, and Big Ben just looks awful. So I can't. They're getting to him and they're putting pressure on him, and he's just not making the throws. So Broncos got beaten by a good Ravens team last week. I think they'll be able to bounce back. It'll be interesting to see if Drew Lock plays, because I think Teddy Bridgewater come out with a concussion. So I'm not too sure where I'd be going if I knew Drew Lock was definitely playing. If Teddy's playing, I'm pretty confident in the Broncos. But I'll go Broncos just because it's Friday afternoon. We've got to make a pick.
I'm rolling the dice on Drew Lock running out there.
Yep.
In which case, I think the Steelers get it done. Run the ball, stop the run sort of vibe. I'm not expecting Big Ben to fucking shoot the lights out because he's got noodle for an arm at this age. Old Mutters Roethlisberger. So
yep.
I'm I'm taking him. But, bro, why aren't they having a look at Cam Newton?
I know. I was just about to say that.
Of all fucking teams.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I reckon Washington and
Steelers.
Yeah. It would never be the Steelers. It's the same as Drew Brees, who didn't play that well the last couple of years.
He didn't play
probably
that
should have
bad.
been overtaken by Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill, but because he's a legend of the franchise, he's won Super Bowls. It just won't. Same. It happened to Eli Manning as well.
Oh, he was cooked. Yeah.
He was cooked for years.
Respect.
Yeah, even when they I think they drafted Daniel Jones' first year, they still didn't give the reins to him straight away. So
I reckon Steelers definitely should look at Cam Newton. Like he'd vibe as well with fucking
Juju
and the other, and then what's the other bloke's name?
Which one?
The other receiver,
Who's
other
the
name?
Chase Claypool and
Claypool.
Deontay Johnson.
He's got the
Claypool's
those three together would vibe big time.
Yeah, Claypool's
the
missed a bit
pre-game
of
feds.
the last couple of weeks, I think. All right.
If for nothing else, the marketing
I'm
is
going
amazing.
Steelers on that one.
Yep,
Yeah.
Steelers.
I think it's like a 50-50 game. I'm going Steelers.
Okay, I'm on the Broncos. The next game. This is a bit of a danger game for the Super Bowl champion Buccaneers. They're playing the Dolphins. And the only reason I say that is just because their secondary is so banged up at the moment.
Yeah.
They've pretty much lost all three of their starting DBs. I think the rookie safety that they got last year is escaping my name. He was in concussion protocol.
Edwards is back.
They've had to call upon Dickie Sherman to come out of retirement.
Poor boy.
And then on the flip side, you've got Byron Jones and Xavier Howard, who should be able to do a pretty good job on the wide receivers. So you look at, I've got some stats for you boys. You'll like this one. Jacko, Tampa are letting up the most receiving yards. They're giving up 327 a game, and they're the most at giving up touchdowns as well, 2.8 per game. There isn't there isn't really that dangerous wide receiver for the Dolphins, but I'm going to have a crack at Mike Gesicki, the tight end. He had 6 targets for 57 yards and a touchdown last week.
It's a big man.
With Jacoby Brissett playing,
Yeah.
he seems to be, he comes from the New England
Does the
system
job.
where he doesn't mind checking it down to the tight ends. So Mike Gesicki, I don't have a price for it at the moment as well, but he's going to be one of my anytime touchdown scorers.
I'm going off a little bit of narrative here. I'm reaching. I think the Bucks will smoke them anyway. But Brady plays the Patriots, doesn't do that well, comes back and he plays his former backup. I think he puts on a clinic. I think they smack him by 20 plus.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bucks on this one.
Yeah, I don't mind the start. I think you get 10-point start, but I'm on the Bucks as well. This game we just talked about just before. It's another difficult game. Washington are at home to the Saints. This will be one of the teams that I'll be having a bet on. Washington. I'm going on the football team. I think this will be the week. If there's ever going to be the week, if we're ever going to see that defense step up to the plate and be what it should be, I think this is a game where they can throw the Saints off. Jameis is capable of one of these games where he goes a bit willy-nilly. I think this could be the game.
I'm terrified of week one Jameis every time you bet against the Saints. You just think he's going to put up fucking 500 of the best. What should the Washington football team call themselves if you're the owner? Put you on the spot right here.
Put me on the spot. The Red Hawks.
Keep the theme without it being. No,
You
see,
just
that's
move the tone up.
the skin. You're just moving the skin.
Yeah.
Didn't the Red Hawk? Is that no Blackhawks?
Blackhawks. Blackhawks are the hockey.
Hockey. Yeah, Chicago.
Or Red Men. Still racist?
Yeah, it's still racist. Yeah.
I'm going Washington too. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jameis fucking puts on a clinic and blows them away.
What's your name for the Washington team?
Oh, put me on the spot. Firehawks. No, I don't know.
I'm going to go the Whales.
Washington Wales.
That's actually.
I'd go the Monuments. Keep with the political theme.
Oh, there you go.
Washington Monuments.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going
Diplomats.
Saints. I'm going Saints on this one.
You'd call them the Saints.
I'm going Saints.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, another team that's been playing really well this year. I think they took took their first L of the.
The Washington Rhinos.
Yeah, probably not. The Panthers took their first L of the week last week, and they're playing the Eagles. And your boy Jalen Hurts. It's going to be another one of my plays. I'm going to go the Eagles, but not to win. I'm going to go with the 3 points. I've got if I can get a field goal on them. I think.
Do you think they're going to win? Yes or no?
No, I've got the Eagles to win,
Yeah.
but the play I'll be betting on will be the plus 3
I thought you were
points.
sitting on the fence then.
No fence sitting here. But when I put my money to it, I think I'll take the field goal, and I think for me, the Carolina Panthers are pretenders. They're one of those teams that are up there.
Yeah, so do I.
Who are overachieving at the moment.
Yeah.
They played a few winnable games earlier on in the year, and I just think
like
Eagles all aren't that great, but for me, I think it's a coin flip, and if I can get 3 points, I'll take it.
I'm going Carolina. Absolutely. Carolina. And like I said to Skip, I think Sam Darnold's going to skittle over, not for one.
Two of the
big
best.
boys going in for two.
Yeah.
I'm going big Sammy Darnold. Christian McCaffrey's back, completely changes that team. If McCaffrey plays, they beat these lesser known teams and they lose to any decent team. So
I'm going Panthers on this one.
McCaffrey, he's our guy.
I'm going Sam to score the first touchdown.
First.
We're both on
there we
Darnold.
go.
There you go.
First touchdown, yeah.
Sammy Darnold's the play. Runs it in 100. The big boy can move.
See, that's what we got you on for, Oracle. Those sorts of calls. Not just going any time.
This is going to be Lukey's number one edit Tuesday morning is sinking in Simi saying that, and then Darnold trundling over for first touchdown.
Just jumping over. he's
Breaking
going to
the
jump
play.
over like fucking Peyton Manning.
Okay, the next game up is the winless Jacksonville Jaguars after Urban Meyer's doing his best work after
Has he left yet?
after an L. No,
He'd be your type of
he's
coach,
hanging
though.
in there. He's
my type of coach.
Just a rat bag. You know?
Yeah.
Shoots
he's
himself
right.
in the foot.
Yeah, didn't you see
self-destructs.
he had the chick grinding up on him? So they played the Bengals on Thursday night. He stayed in Ohio, went to
Pulled a
some
CEO.
fucking shindig and had some fucking 25-year-old girl grinding up on him, and he's just sitting there pretending like he wasn't
Vibing
feeling
out.
it, but. He had to apologise to the team. They're playing the Tennessee Titans, who got beaten by the Jets last week, though, boys. Are you worried about a hangover? Do you think the Titans bounce back?
Bounce back season. Derrick Henry, 100 plus, probably 150 plus, smokes them. Jacksonville ain't it. They're imploding. I think Trevor Lawrence is playing a lot better than people probably giving him credit for.
Yeah,
he's out there having
he's throwing a few darts out there.
He's having a red hot dig. I thought he was, or maybe it's. I was about to say I thought he was more mobile coming out of college than he is, but I just think the athletes in the NFL are on another level.
Yeah.
He's just like, he used to escape that pressure and then stand in fucking
for sure,
daylight and zing it.
Yeah.
And he can't get away
If he
now.
had a good O-line, he'd be...
I think he'd be a lot better.
He's always under a bit of duress.
Part of the Trevor Lawrence charm was his ability to slip outside, stand there and fucking zing it.
It is a different level.
He just can't get around those.
He'd probably be, around that top tier sort of quarterbacks that can move around, but it is a different level playing in the NFL.
He was never rapid, but his ability to, like I said, slide out and make the throws, can't do that. But I think the Titans smack him.
I'm going Jags on this.
Ooh, okay.
Is it just because we told you the Urban Meyer story?
Enough's enough. You know what I mean?
You think they finally get that dub?
I've got a feeling, man. I've got a feeling.
Yeah, I'm not confident at all, but I'm going to go the Titans just because if they get one of the other, Julio or AJ Brown back this week, I think that should be enough to get the job done, but I'm not confident on it. The next game, I think I'm not betting on it. The Texans are at home to the Patriots, and I think this might be one of those games where Bill Belichick just really picks on a rookie quarterback. He's got a history of that.
He's 17-3 or something like that.
Yeah, so what's the line on that game too? They got 9. That's about right. 9 point head start.
I'll cover that.
I've got the Patriots winning that game, boys.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to talk about too much.
I don't think
about
we need to fucking watch it.
Yeah, Patriots, yeah.
It'll be a snooze fest.
Yep. The next game is the Raiders, who took their first L to the Chargers on the
Yeah, fuck me.
weekend against the officially Justin Fields led Chicago Bears. He's been named starting quarterback.
Thank fuck.
Your guy.
Okay.
He was all right last week. He
I
wasn't
like
too
him.
bad.
Yeah, I like him.
He had a rough start the week before when they threw him in when Dalton got injured, but I think they designed more of a playbook that suited his style of play last week. And
Yeah, Matt Nagy ain't it, but I'm actually taking them this week, and this is another one of those ones where
Bears?
I'm trying to make up a bit of ground. The Bears have I just think, like you said, the Carolina Panthers are pretenders.
Yep.
I think people need to relax on the Chargers just a little bit.
I agree.
I think they're a very good side, but they're going to drop games like this throughout the year, and I'm hoping one of them this week against a very good defense and a rookie quarterback who I think is going to get progressively better. I just think this is one of those games. It's more lack of faith in the Chargers than trust in the Bears, but
Yeah,
that's where I'm
I think the Raiders will be a playoff team, but I think they'll be a fake playoff team. I think they'll be
Raiders,
1 and out by the end of the season.
Bears.
I'm going Raiders.
Oh, you're going Raiders? Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on the Raiders as well. All right, next game. This is a big one. This is one of the ones we ticked off. They get a little bit better as they get to the end of the scheduling. The team that beat the Raiders last week, I think, are legit. You're not too sold on the Chargers?
No.
Los Angeles Chargers at the moment and Justin Herbert. versus Simmy's Cleveland Browns.
Let's go, baby.
I've got the Chargers winning this one, and I think it's going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah. It's going to be a good game. I've obviously got Cleveland.
Damn right you do.
Love those guys. Honestly, the way they're playing, they've got a Super Bowl team. Like, they're stacked to the brim. There's a few injuries. I had a look at the injury list. There's a few questionables in there, but there's probably I'd say there's about 10 on the list at the moment.
Everyone's banged up, eh?
Yeah, most.
What
teams
about
are
Myles
pretty
Garrett
bad.
getting triple teamed and still getting sacks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop the cunt.
he's looking like a good price. If you got on him at the start of the year for Defensive Player of the Year, I think he's shortened right up.
Everyone jumped on Bosa, eh?
Yeah, Bosa was thereabouts. Aaron Donald's obviously. He's wanted a couple of. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks in the first game, and then his price took a bit of a spike. But with Jadeveon Clowney on the other side,
Crazy.
You sort of got to look for those sorts of plays when you do. When you look for the defensive players.
The names on the Browns is like
They got
the
name
04 Bulldogs. It's crazy.
They got name brand players, but I don't necessarily think
That's actually not a bad.
No, you've had worse comparisons.
Comparisons.
Yeah, like they're fucking like we'll look back at that team and go, holy cunt! Like
Because
Baker's
Baker's got a bit of Brent Sherwin about him.
Fuck yeah, does he? What? Yeah.
Who's Luke Patton?
The general, Austin Hooper.
Even Austin Hooper at tight end. Fucking the Joku.
Yeah.
They've got Clowney.
Who's Odell would be Willie Tonga probably.
Yeah.
Willie Tonga, and then you've got Myles Garrett, SBW.
Yeah.
Willie Mason on the other side.
Clowney.
That's not too bad.
Who's our Masri?
Al Masri, the kicker.
Yeah.
The kicker. Yeah.
The hammer.
Yeah, whoever the kicker is.
Who's JT off the bench? Who's their spark plug? Kareem Hunt comes in for Nick Chubb.
Yes, Kareem Hunt. Yep.
Yeah. This is good.
Let's keep going. Roy has a Tazi. Roy has a Tazi for Chubb.
Yeah.
But Steve Price.
They'll have a veteran O-lineman.
Yeah, that's JC Treader, the centre.
But the fucking names on that team, like, holy shit.
I think Baker's good enough.
Greedy? Who's Greedy?
Greedy Williams.
So that's JT.
We're spending a lot of time on this.
Spend too much time on this. I think the Browns win as well. I think their 1-2 punch at running back at the moment is just too tough to
Rated
take.
number 1 in the league.
It's fucking filthy.
I think these are going to be 2 good teams at the end of the year. I just really like the Chargers this year, so I'm happy to take the Chargers at home. Maybe could have been leaning towards the Browns if the Browns were playing at home. I think that might have been the difference for me on the swing.
Enough.
All right, the next game is the Cowboys, who have been playing really well of late, and the Giants also got themselves a dub last week. I'm going the Cowboys here, boys.
NFC least matchup.
They're getting better. The Cowboys.
Cowboys are a good side.
And
Cowboys
I think the Giants are going to be a bit better than what people think they are at this time in maybe another 5 weeks.
Yeah, Danny Dimes ain't it, man.
He's been playing well, man. He played well last week.
I
think he threw for 400 of the best.
Yeah, get Cam Newton in there, man. I think the Cowboys smoke him. I think Dak is, if he's not the best quarterback right now in terms of like not the best. Obviously, Mahomes the best, playing the best. He's fucking right up there. I think they get it done.
I'm going Cowboys on this one too.
Yeah, I can confirm 402 yards. Jacko, I've been attacking the Cowboys, and like we said at the start of the year,
Diggs is going all right.
Diggs is killing it. Diggs has been on fire, but it's not Diggs who I've been attacking.
Brown.
I've been looking for the number two guy on offense. Last week, you've got Kenny Golladay, who's going to play the 1. Pretty good chance that Diggs follows him and tries to shut him out. Kadarius Toney, the rookie, he got 9 targets last week. He had six of them. He brought in for 78 yards. So I'm going to have a play at him anytime touchdown. It's just like a theme that's been working for me.
Yeah,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to stay on the Cowboys. Plus, the Cowboys, they're the second worst team at giving up yards in the league as well. 12 yards behind Tampa Bay.
They're pretty similar to how probably the Seahawks played last year, where they're happy to give shit up and just lean on their quarterback to get it done.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep that's going to carry them. They need to tighten that shit up back there. But with Dak playing like this at the moment and Zeke kind of looking like Zeke again, more or less.
Well, the best thing about the Cowboys is they can play in 2 different ways. If it's a running game and they want to control the clock, they've got Tony Pollard and Zeke, and they can just run it down your throat.
Yeah, Pollard's nice.
Or if it's like Tampa Bay week 1 where they need to throw a bit, Dak's proved that he's come back well enough with all the weapons of Murray Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and whatnot. So
you like a bit of CeeDee?
Yeah.
He's your guy.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay with the Cowboys. But I think, like I said, will have a different opinion than the Giants in maybe 4 or 5 weeks.
Interesting.
After Saquon gets a bit of juice under his legs, and I think you
Fucking
talked
big
him
legs
down
too.
a little bit there. I think people will
Yeah.
be surprised by Danny Dimes. I'm not saying he's not. I think the slow progression that Josh Allen had from year 1 to 2 to 3, I think we might see Danny Dimes progress a little bit later. So it might be year 2, then year 3
to 4.
No, I don't know if he'll get to Josh Allen level, but I just think he'll progress.
Yeah, he's a good.
perform
He is a
better.
good quarterback, but he's just not. He just doesn't make big time plays.
Thinking donkeys.
He's lost 2 of my big multis. Like literally,
That's a good reason to put a line through him.
Like literally,
blew it.
because of the New York Giants and him, like $16,000.
Well, that's what happens when you put on a 13-leg multi and you need the
but
Giants to get up.
He was literally. They were on the. They were on there on like to score.
Yeah.
On 4th, like 5 seconds to go, he throws it straight over the goalpost, and I just
At the back of the inside.
like it was $16,800 off $20, and it crushed me. It wrecked me. I hate that. I hate
Yeah, that will break out. All right, the next game is a game that we're going to put a little bit into as well.
16K.
The only team undefeated,
did
Arizona
almost.
Cardinals boys, and Skip was well and truly 1 year too early on the Kyler Murray MVP, but he's looking solid. He's got plenty of weapons. They've got a high-powered offense. They can run it and they can pass it as well. And their defense is just crazy fast. Like, I've watched a few of their games. They're legit, man, the Cardinals. They are proper legit.
They are, yeah. Who are you going?
This is really one of my bets again this week. I think they'll be able to match up well with the 49ers, who will be playing Trey Lance at quarterback this week. Normally, Trey Lance would probably be a problem for some defenses. Arizona Cardinals' defense is so fast with their middle linebackers. They've got the Isaiah Simmons, Buda Baker, these sorts of players. They can
Baker, man.
they match up well with the
gun too,
49ers. So I'm going to go to the Cardinals -5.
I'd like to pat myself on the back and say I finally won a bet as well.
Oh, yes, well done. Congrats on
Thanks,
that.
man.
How
Thank
much
you.
was that, 50 of the best?
50 of the best.
Yeah, so the bet was, you want to tell them what the bet was?
Bet was pre-season. I said Jimmy Garoppolo would be starting. Scope said before week 4 you would see Trey Lance. I
week
said
5.
not a fucking chance. He turns up in week 5.
So you got me by a game?
Got him by a game. In full transparency, I also said you won't see Trey Lance for the year.
Yeah.
And here he is in week 5. So despite winning 50 of the best, I was still way wrong on that.
Yeah,
But
so there was a
going
couple of
Niners
reasons that I had it too. It
Yeah.
wasn't just based on form. It was also Jimmy G's been banged up the last 2 or 3 years.
yeah,
as
you were
well.
saying he's going to fall apart before
Yeah,
week 4.
so I was just
sorry
a
for
week
Jimmy
off, but
G.
well done, congrats. That's
Thanks, man.
I think we've had 4 bets, and that's your
Yeah.
first dub. So
First up, and I just got it.
yeah, soak it in,
Yeah,
it in.
it feels
It doesn't matter how much you win by. It's
Oh, inch or a
gotta
mile,
win.
baby. And
all right, where are you going on this game, Simi?
I'm going Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Have to.
this is where I'm trying to make up some ground. I'm going Niners.
Ooh.
I know. I'm back in
See,
the
that's bad.
defense. I'm back in the rookie to fucking claw that shit back for me.
Okay, the next game is Sunday Night
Come
Football,
on, man. Come on. Don't.
and this is the game of the round, boys.
These are not the games to be fucking being trying to claw back.
Yeah, it's not the
That's
one.
what you think, man.
Nah.
Hey, we'll see if I'm still sitting at 41 next week.
You'll be
Lukey,
at
don't
fucking
timestamp that.
50-something.
Yeah, because you're currently on page 2. There's a good chance you end up on page 3. With some of these
Honestly,
picks.
I reckon my performance this week will push me to
I'm not convinced.
top 10.
If I'm page 3, I don't know what justifies me being here versus where Luke is. Like, I feel like there should be a swap.
Yeah, you could get the punt.
I'd page 3 is not funny. Like, that's
Yeah, that's awful.
That's like
I'm the
you've-
rookie.
And that's respectfully to. Let me look at some of the people on page 3.
reading.
I'll read a few of the names on page 3. There might be some.
Some people aren't even playing anymore.
Some guys have forgotten to.
yeah,
Still
yeah.
here, man.
Page 3, they might only played week 1 and then just gave up because
Yeah. And I'm about
they
to
would have just
join
jumped on it for a giggle. So let's find some of the people on page 3. Let's give them a shout out. See if there are any. Yeah, well, there's a couple from the Kiddies Run Club. That's in
Yeah,
my run
shout
club.
those cunts out.
So Jacob DeAngelis.
There you go. I'm coming, Jacob. I'm coming, bro.
Yeah, so he's got a record of 9-7. So he did give up after week 1. So everyone on page 3.
I
wait.
swear, if I'm on page 3 by this time next week, I'm not on the show.
All right, so where are we going? No, so we've got down. I'll read it out, boys, because we've got the scores. You get down to page 2 from 50th position.
Yeah.
That's where everyone's still sort of been playing. Actually,
So if I go sub 50,
yeah, there are people dropping off every week depending on where
Yeah,
they're
okay.
at, and it sort of stops at the Melbourne Storm, M. Allen. So,
Where's
yeah,
he sitting from Jacko?
Jacko,
Close.
to be fair, Jacko, I believe you are at the bottom for people that are still playing.
Like religiously,
All right,
too.
so there's,
Lock my picks in on a Tuesday and shit.
I'm not even joking. So Jacko's record is 34-30, and the next guy down is 33-16. So he's
he
had a
hasn't
week
played-
off.
So he hasn't had a week.
So Jacko,
So I'm last.
You are last.
Like I'm last. Like I'm dead last.
So you're dead last. People putting their tips in.
Like,
Oh,
that's fucked.
oh, so
What about the fucking Raiders game? I spent the whole time talking about two teams.
Oh, that's an important
I
start.
picked the Chargers in a game they're not playing.
That's an important start.
Holy cunt.
That's awful.
That's what I was saying. I was looking at the
You were
thing.
nodding.
I was looking at the thing the other day, and I was like, "Fuck!" Because I thought I checked all like the scores and whatnot, and I go, "Fuck!" I think Jacko's like actually coming last out of the people that are still playing. Oh, cunt.
Dead
That's the
last.
best.
That's fucked.
All right, well, let's move on.
I'm glad we discovered that live. Didn't do it before the fucking show.
So am I. I'm glad we've seen it live too.
Damn it.
The Chiefs, Super Bowl winning Chiefs from 2 years ago, played last year against and lost to the Bucks. They've had a bit of a rough start, boys, and they are playing an informed Buffalo Bills at Kansas City,
You
though.
make it up.
At Kansas
making
City.
it.
I'm not confident at all. I actually think the Bills are going to win, but for whatever reason, it's the same as the Chargers bet.
Yeah.
I'm just basing
Off their history.
just off their history, and I just don't want to bet against Patty
And
Mahomes.
what have they gone to? Like the last two games they've lost, haven't they?
They've lost. No, I think they went win-loss. So they lost last week to. No, they've lost two in a row. No. So they beat the Eagles last week.
Yeah.
I think they lost weeks 2 and 3.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm going to
make it up.
I'm going. Yeah. Well, hey, you'll get your piece. I'm going the Chiefs. Anytime the Chiefs are playing this year, I'm picking them, and that's the only consistent thing about my picks is I'm going the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because they should beat everyone.
So they're your my Melbourne Storm for
That's
rookie
my
of the
Melbourne
year.
Storm. I don't even look. I go like this when I'm
Yeah.
picking the Chiefs. Apparently, when I'm picking everyone else too, but
Nah, this is where you make up ground on these. I'm going Bills,
that late push.
and like
So you'll be sitting around sort of like the 15 to 20 mark, and then boom.
I think how I watched the highlights of the Eagles Chiefs game. I just think where the Eagles are and where the Chiefs should be just wasn't good enough. The margin wasn't good enough.
The Eagles moved it around. Jalen Hurts threw for about 400 yards as well. And
Chiefs
had a couple of
defense.
touchdowns.
Chiefs defense is awful.
So I'm thinking Bills.
Who did they smack? Was it the Texans? Who did they smack last week? Like 40-0?
Who did?
Bills?
The Bills, yeah. They've been beaten
telling
up
you.
on the lower teams.
Bills is gonna. This is the game you make up points on.
Fuck, I
Man.
might change my pick.
They've gone there. They've lost. Like week 2, week 3.
Yeah, the Chiefs' defense is awful at the moment.
Yeah.
They generally get a bit better by the end of the season anyway, and they've had
They
a few
mask it
injuries.
with those
If I see
name
that you
brand guys
change-
they got there.
if I see you change you guys picks to Bills.
No, I'm staying Chiefs.
I'm using
'cause
the Google
I'll regret it. I'll regret it if they win. It's one.
I'm
of
using the
those.
Google automatic ones now. Just goes based off
Yeah, just
stats.
do your own thing.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna choose?
Chiefs, yeah, I'm going Chiefs. 100%.
Okay.
I'll see you on the other side.
Are we allowed to change last minute too and lie on this show just to deceive each other?
Honestly, that's.
I
what
haven't
I've
told
been doing.
I haven't told the truth this whole time.
No, I've set my team on probably Thursday every week, and then made
Have a sus on Saturday,
two changes on
I'm
Sunday
gonna set
night,
mine on Sunday.
dependent on
do mine Monday night.
on injuries alone, not just obviously because of the tips. But
Yeah, I'm gonna set mine. I'm gonna set mine on Sunday night.
I'll
all
send
right,
that to you.
the Monday night football game, the inform Lamar Jackson led Baltimore Ravens are at home to the Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as you've sort of swung me around on the Colts as a good football team,
Yeah,
I'm very high on the Ravens. I've picked them every week, and I'll go them again. I think Lamar will get it done. Might skittle one in as well. He's always about $2. So if you're chasing your ass Monday night, you want to have a little play,
yep.
Lamar Jackson.
No, I'm going Ravens on this one.
Yeah, I think the Ravens will be too strong. They're a real confidence team, and they're a
Playing
regular
with that at the
season
moment.
team too.
Oh, yeah.
They beat
When
up on a lot of teams.
When I say I'm
regular
high
season.
on them, I don't think they're going super deep, but regular season, same as the Chiefs. I'll pick them basically every week.
All right, so to wrap this all up, my three
you going,
plays.
Scope?
My 3 plays are the Arizona Cardinals -5, the Eagles, who I think can win the game, but I'll take a field goal, 3 points. the Washington football team, or what name did we come up with?
The Rhinos, I think we landed on.
The Washington Rhinos.
The Monument.
I went the Monuments, yeah.
Oh, the Monument. I like the Monuments.
Yeah.
Let's go the Washington Monuments at $2.15. I'll multi that all up, put it on a little bet slip on Sunday. I also like Kadarius Toney from the New York Giants.
Toney.
Taking on Brown from the
Cowboys.
Cowboys. We don't have the prices yet as well for Mike Gesicki, but I'm going to be taking on the Dolphins tight end against the banged up secondary of the Buccaneers, and Jamison Crowder and the Jets for a win over in London Town. So
There you go.
bets list will be coming on Sunday. Let's see how we go. Thanks for joining us, Oracle.
Thank you for having
I
me.
think I said just before the show, next time a few Hail Mary.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'd
Perfect.
like a Hail Mary multi from you, and I'd like maybe 3 games.
Anytime.
Maybe and a few any times.
I'm going to follow you this year too, religiously.
Yeah.
I'll back
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Because
Make some money.
you might only hit once in 4 weeks, but it's worth 30 of the best.
Oh yeah, when he's picking the defense for a touchdown.
Who's your Jake Travojevic for the NFL?
yeah.
My Jakey.
Who's your Jack Bird?
It's got to be a tight end or something like that.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, it's
Baker Mayfield.
It's Njoku.
It's legit.
It's Njoku every day of the week. Tight end,
Yeah.
Browns.
I've got Njoku in Dynasty, and he's averaging about 2 targets per game.
Who's
So
the Bucks tight
If
end?
he scores a touchdown, it'll well and truly be a Jake Travojevic
Yeah.
touchdown.
Yeah. All right, gun. All right, boys.
Thank you.